Welcome once again, and thanks for joining me. Now, Arsenal have fallen, what is it, to 7th in the league? When, before the Man U game, if we'd have won, we could have gone 8 points clear of them. We're now a point behind them. See how things can change like that in the Premier League. It's so tight for that race for the 4th spot. Spurs are winning. Yeah, they're beating teams they should beat. And this is before they even go into the transfer market. So Conte's obviously, got them going. He's got them going. But I think even if they had Nuno Espirito Santos, they'd still be winning these games. Yeah. Let's see how they get on against Liverpool in the new year. At home. They beat Liverpool at home, and I don't think even Man U will finish above Spurs. Arsenal tonight, it is a 6-pointer in a way. It's a 6-pointer. We have Everton away. They're out of form. We've got to beat them. And all people are talking about is a Aubameyang this, a Aubameyang that, right? I don't give a shit what team is put out on that pitch. We must beat Everton. We got to beat them. A draw not good enough. God forsake, we lose the game. Yeah, we don't score enough goals. We scored 2 at Old Trafford. I believe if we score 2 at Everton, we'll win the game. Yeah. Arsenal do seem to do better against the teams that aren't doing it as well, which last season we weren't doing that. Everton do have injuries out, but they do have a few dangerous players still. Rondon is that. I laugh, but he could score tonight, It's stressful. They're talking. I just watched the Supporters Club on AFTV. Who to come in? Vlahovic. He is not coming at Arsenal. Top 4, there's a chance because Haaland's available in the summer as well. But Vlahovic for me, no chance. I'm just not going to get him. Tottenham. If Tottenham finished top 4, they could get Vlahovic. Just think how far Tottenham could get ahead of us. Players, manager, everything. This is a massive, massive Christmas period for Arsenal. With Everton, then we have Southampton at home, and then we have the big one before New Year, West Ham at home. Who wants to play bloody West Ham at the moment? None of the top 4, none of the big boys. I know they lost a match. They've played their last 3 games in the Premier League. Liverpool at home, Man City away, and Chelsea at home. They picked 6 points up out of a possible 9, when you would expect them to pick up 0. They beaten Liverpool 3-2 at home. They beat Chelsea 3-2 at home. And they put in a good performance at City and lost 2-1. For me, West Ham are the best team at the moment in that 4th spot. They are. Whether they can sustain it, I have no confidence whatsoever Arsenal can beat them at the moment. But we do have home advantage. That could be a massive, massive advantage, or it could be a disadvantage. You just don't know in these games. Everton tonight, does Auba start or not? I'd personally drop him in the home games. I'd drop him against Southampton. I think give him one more chance tonight against Everton. But like I was saying, why is his form dipped so much? New contract. I don't think it's got anything to do with the contract. I think you've got to take his age into consideration. He's 32. Yeah, even though sports science, look at Ronaldo, look at Ibrahimovic, look at these players, look at Thiago Silva, they're still at their best. And, well, not very at their very best, but they're up there they're still elite footballers. So you can't say the age thing. I think since Arteta's come into the team, Aubameyang has not performed at all. And it's his system. It's his system. Martinelli fits in perfectly. Arsenal's hardest working player is Martinelli. Odegaard. I wanted this guy, but I wanted James Maddison more. We need more creativity. Maddison would have been perfect, man. English, experienced, international. Yeah, he's been dropped, but he's got so much talent. He will get back into the England team. I think we should still be looking at James Maddison for Arsenal, and maybe this Osman from Seville. I don't know too much about him, but I've heard he's banging in the goals and could be available. And I think we need to bring Kieran Tierney back at the back. I think it's been long enough now. You know, so many games are coming one after the other. You can't keep persisting with the same players. KT, what's he done wrong? He's done nothing wrong. Nuno Tavares, he put in an okay performance, bringing, I want to see KT back in the starting lineup against Everton. Talk of Dominic Calvert-Lewin as a replacement for Lacazette or Tony. Who would you rather? You tell me. Calvert-Lewin has the more experience. England international. Would probably cost more money though. But you know, I just pray that Arteta. There's talk of this Juventus guy coming in, a Swedish guy from Juventus. He's creative. He can play up front. He can play on either flank. He's obviously got 2-footed. I think he's very left-footed, but he can use his right foot. 30 million quid. I mean, it's in January. That's a snip. And apparently he's very talented. He just doesn't. Allegri, he just doesn't fit into Allegri's system, and he doesn't fancy him. You know, look at Pepe, highly talented, our top goal scorer last season, and he ain't getting a sniff. I personally would take Aubameyang out the firing line and stick Pepe up front. But what has happened between Pepe and Aubameyang? What do you think has happened, people? What's happened? It can't be just that he don't fancy him as a player. The guy's highly talented. They must have had a falling out. And probably the only way we're going to see it is next year when the Amazon documentary comes out. When Pepe's in the office screaming and shouting. One in the team, surely Nicola Pepe and his agent are talking about getting out of the club. You can't, you know, he's an international, for Christ's sake. I think the best thing for Pepe is to go away on AFCON. I think it'd do him the world of good to get away from Arsenal. It's a poisonous place for him at the moment. And maybe when he comes back, if he does well at AFCON, maybe Arteta will give him another go. We'll see. Pepe must be sold. Otherwise, he will be sold in the summer if he doesn't make a miraculous comeback into the team after AFCON. I think January is going to be a very tough month for Arsenal. Very tough. But the toughest game I'm looking at was the game I wanted to go to, but I can't. I just can't go to any games before New Year. It's just the way it is. It's Arsenal West Ham. It's a midweek evening game. It's probably going to be live on Sky. And I've got to say, for the first time in my life, I am fearful of West Ham. You know, I'm worried about, You know, their midfield is so much more offensive than ours. They've got the best DM in the league at the moment in Declan Rice. They've got Antonio up front. They've got multiple goal options. And they've just beaten Chelsea. They beat Liverpool a few weeks ago. Yeah, they lost at City, but so that's why it is absolutely imperative we beat Everton tonight and then go on Saturday and do Southampton at home. No game in the Premier League is a guaranteed 3 points. But Arsenal will be expected to win tonight and they will be expected to beat Southampton. And I don't see any reason why we can't beat both. There'd probably be close games because Arsenal don't score many goals. But I say this, we don't concede many against the lesser teams, you know, i.e. the top three, including Man United and that, for some fucking reason. I don't know how they scored 3 goals against us. I'm still mystified 3-4 days on. My prediction for tonight, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Arsenal win. I just think we'll keep a clean sheet. 1-0, maybe 2-1. Maybe we might nick a second and get a late consolation. I think it'd be close. But God forsake we lose. If we lose, we're out. We might as well chalk our place back in 8th position again. And if that's the case, then a portion of the Arsenal fans, including me, might get their wish and get a new manager in, because Arteta's doing the best he's ever done, but he will be judged on this season by the fans. And if the fans want him out, if he fails to get us in Europe, and I'm not talking Tottenham Conference League Europe, I'm talking Europa League minimum, he's got to go. He's got to go. The buck falls at the manager at the end of the day, even though it's the players that are letting him down. You know, Partey, what is going on with Thomas Partey? What is going on with Nicola Pepe? You know, if I was the owners, I'd be ringing Arteta, or why aren't you playing? What's going on with Nicola Pepe? He's our record signing. We spent £72 million on him. I don't think he's played a Premier League minute this season. I think his only minutes have come in the Carabao Cup. Shocking. You know, I would actually play Pepe up front. I don't laugh at that, but he's a goal scorer. He scored 15 or 16 goals last season in all comps. Aubameyang didn't. Lacazette didn't. Something's seriously wrong. And it needs fixing. And January's coming. If we can get players out the door, we can bring them in. I think that's the only way we're going to get signings in. But I think this Juventus player is pretty nailed on. I'm not really talking about it much on AFTV, but from what I can tell, I think the transfer can happen, and I think it'd be a good transfer. It's just another offensive, creative player. But it'd be nice to sign a player who's actually in form and scoring goals, like this Osman. Vlahovic, I think, is out of our league. I hate it. I can't believe I'm saying that. But look at the strikers. There are abundance of strikers available. Like Isak, another Swedish player. Isaac. But he's just signed a new contract, I think. So he would cost a bomb. You know, Haaland, Vlahovic. There's loads of players out there, but they're not going to. These players aren't going to come to Arsenal, mate. Not if we don't have Champions League and are serious contenders for titles. Obviously, players like that, bringing them in, would make us more of contenders. So whoever comes in has to believe in Arteta's project. And Aubameyang for me, mate. I love what Turkish said on the Supporters Club. Newcastle! You want a big name? They'll pay the wages. Aubameyang to Newcastle. Let's just sell all our players we don't want in Newcastle. That'd be fucking great. Bring in a load of money and we can go out and spend it on what we would say younger, better, and experienced quality. But AFCON's coming soon and we're going to lose Partey, Aubameyang, but they haven't been performing anyway. But still, they're two of our most experienced players. I think we're in trouble. I really do, guys. I fear for Arsenal this season. I've just started a new channel. I'll just get that in. It's called All Leagues Matter. I haven't even set it up yet. I've made a video. I'll be going to... I would have been going abroad. First game I wanted to do was this weekend just gone. Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern München. Because Europe and COVID and all that, it's off the cards at the moment. So I'm going to stick to England. And I'm going to see a Bristol Rovers game. I want to see 2 Bristol Rovers games, actually. I'm going to start in the 2nd division and work my way up. In January, just after my birthday, it's Swindon Town, which ain't a million miles from me, and Bristol Rovers. So yeah, and Swindon are 4th at the moment, and Bristol Rovers have Joey Barton as their manager. So anything can happen. Drama in the lower leagues. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So I'll see you guys soon. And when I do get the new channel up and running, I will put the links in the description and all that. All leagues do matter.